Hi everyone, welcome to S Mathematics. Today in this video we are going to see basis and dimension part 5, that is problems on basis set, that is how to find the basis of a given vector space and how to find the dimension of a vector space or subspace, and in some problems we will see to find whether the given set of vectors is a basis or not, we will verify. In this video we will see that. Now see the problems. Show that the set 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 is a basis of C3 of C. Hence find the coordinates of the vector 3 plus 4i 6i 3 plus 7i in C3 of C. See here, you are going to find out the basis of a vector space C3 of C. What do you mean by C3 of C? C3 is, there 3 is the dimension of a vector space. C means it is the set of all complex numbers. It is vector space of all complex numbers defined over the complex number, field of complex numbers. Is it clear? You are going to show that this, the set 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 1. How many elements are there? 3 elements are there in that set. Now you are going to show that those 3 elements of the set, that set will form a basis for C3 of C. Now if you write C3 of C means the dimension of vector space is 3. Now if you observe carefully, the dimension of vector space is 3 and the number of elements in the set is also becoming 3. In such a case, you have one theorem. If the number of elements in the given set is the same as the dimension of the vector space, then if the set is linearly independent, then it will be the basis. You need not verify with the second condition of basis. When will you say that any given set is a basis of a vector space? The given set is a basis of a vector space if it is linearly independent, if it spans the vector space. That is, if you assume this set as S, L of S should be equal to C3 of C and S is linearly independent, then this S will be the basis of C3 of C. So if the number of elements in the set is becoming equal to the dimension of a vector space. What is the dimension of a vector space here? It is 3. Okay. So in such a case, it is enough if you show that the given set is linearly independent in order to say that set is basis. Okay. Now what we are going to see is whether this set is linearly independent or not, we are going to see. For that, what you have to consider, what is the definition of linearly independent set? When will you say that any given set is linearly independent? The given set is linearly independent if the linear combination of the elements of that set is equated to 0, implies all the constants existing in that linear combination are becoming zeros, then you will say that that set is linearly independent. Now see, here S is 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Now consider A1 into 1 0 0 plus A2 into 1 1 0 plus A3 into 1 1 1 is equal to 0 bar, where A1, A2, A3, here it is written as C, belongs to C, because the vector space is defined over C. Is it? You have to take it in from C. So A1, this, if you consider it is equal to 0, then A1 plus A2 plus A3 first component, 0 plus A2 plus A3 second component, 0 plus 0 plus A3 third component. If you add these 3, you will get this. Equated to 0, you got the equation A1 plus A2 plus A3 is equal to 0, A2 plus A3 is equal to 0 and A3 is equal to 0. Since A3 is equal to 0, substitute here, you will get A2 is equal to 0. A2 and A3 are 0, substitute here, you will get A1 is equal to 0. That means if you consider the linear combination of the given set of elements and equate it to 0, the constants existing in that linear combination are becoming all at a time 0. All are becoming zeros. Therefore, the set is linearly independent. Is it okay? Since the set is linearly independent and the number of elements in the set is 3, which is equal to dimension of a vector space, you can say that that set will form a basis. Okay. After that, still what more remain in the problem? Find the coordinates of the vector 3 plus 4i, 6i, 3 plus 7i in C3 of C. Now, in order to find the coordinates of vector, see what we have done. First, what do you mean by coordinates of a vector? Suppose alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 and so on, alpha n is a basis set of a vector space V. It is a basis of a vector space V. What are the coordinates of a vector? Suppose alpha is any vector in V. Any vector in V can be expressed as a linear combination of its basis elements. So, alpha will be equal to A1 alpha 1 plus A2 alpha 2 plus so on plus An alpha n. Then the constants A1 comma A2 comma A3 and so on An are said to be the coordinates of alpha and they are unique, we proved in the theorem. Okay. Now you are going to find out, because this is a complex number and this is the basis of vector space which is defined over the complex numbers. Now you have to find the coordinates of this vector 3 plus 4i, 6i, comma 3 plus 7i. See what are the coordinates. Now, in order to find the coordinates, what we will do is, we will take any x, y, z belongs to C3 of C. Now, that is any vector. Any vector can be represented as a linear combination of its basis elements. So, x, y, z is equal to p into 1, 0, 0 plus q into 1, 1, 0 plus r into 1, 1, 1. Why? Because they are the elements of S. Is it? You have said S is linearly independent and the number of elements in S is same as the dimension of a vector space. Therefore, S is the basis. Since S is the basis and it is xyz is any element in C3 of C, it can be expressed as a linear combination of the elements of S like this. Now, if you add, this is p plus q plus r, q plus r and this is 1. So, equate, you will get p plus q plus r is equal to x, q plus r is equal to y, r is equal to z. Therefore, q is equal to y minus r, that is y minus z. Similarly, p is equal to x minus y. Therefore, xyz is equal to x minus y into 1, 0, 0 plus y minus z into 1, 1, 0 plus z into 1, 1, 1. Now, if xyz is like that, you can write the linear combination. Now, but what is the given vector to you? The given vector to you is 3 plus 4i, comma 6i, comma, what's the next vector? That is 3 plus 7i. 3 plus, this is 6i, 3 plus 7i. Is it? This is the given vector. So, in place of x you are having 3 plus 4i, in place of y you are having 6i, in place of z you are having 3 plus 7i. Now, x minus y, that is 3 plus 4i minus 6i, is it? That is 3 minus 2i, is it or not? 3 minus 2i into 1, 0, 0. Okay. Next, plus y minus z. Y is 6i, z is 3 plus 7i. So, 6i minus 3 minus 7i, that is minus 3 minus I. Is it or not? So, plus minus 3 minus I into 1, 0, 0 plus last one Z. What is Z? 3 plus 7I. Is it? 3 plus 7I into 1, 1, 1. Now see, if you take it, you will get the same coordinate. Now 1 into 3 minus 2I, 3 minus 2I, minus 3, minus I, 3 plus 7I. Total you will get 3 plus 7I, 3 plus 4I. Similarly, the second one is 6I. Similarly, the third one is 3 plus 7I. Is it? So, the coordinates of this vector will be 3 minus 2I, comma, minus 3 minus I, comma, 3 plus 7I. Okay. These are the coordinates of this vector. Now is it clear? Now what you have done in this problem? In this problem, show that you have shown the given set of vectors is a basis of C3 of C. See, here we have to remember that if the dimension of a vector space is same as that of the number of elements in the set, then it is enough if you show that that set is linearly independent, you can say that it is basis of that vector space. Okay, that is the problem. Now after that you are able to find the coordinates of this problem, this vector. Okay, now see the next one. Next problem. The set S4 alpha, beta, gamma, delta, where alpha is equal to 1, 0, 0, beta is equal to 1, 1, 0, gamma is equal to 1, 1, 1 and delta is equal to 0, 1, 0 is a spanning set of R3 of R but not a basis. In the previous set, you had taken a set with 3 elements and you said that it is a basis for the vector space whose dimension is 3. That means you said that set is linearly independent. Here what is given to you? It is a spanning set but not a basis. What you have to say if it is a basis? If it is a basis, you have to show that it is linearly independent and it is a spanning set. Given that it is a spanning set and it is not a basis, you have to prove means you have to prove that the set of elements alpha, beta, gamma, delta is not linearly independent. That means it is linearly dependent. One way to say the given set is linearly dependent is you have to consider the linear combination of the given set of elements, and that means you have to consider A alpha plus B beta plus C gamma plus D delta is equal to 0, and you have to prove that A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to D, or A, B, C, D are not all zeros at a time. Then only you will say that it is linearly dependent. If all are becoming 0, it is linearly independent. What you have to show that it is not a basis means you have to prove that it is linearly dependent. If it is not linearly independent, it will be linearly dependent. Is it? One way of proving that linearly dependent is you are considering that linear combination is equal to 0 and you show that A, B, C, D are all not at a time zeros. That is one procedure. The second procedure is you can take them into matrix form, A, B, C in the matrix notation, and try to convert it into echelon form. From echelon form, the rank of the matrix is less than the number of variables existing, then you can see. Using that you can whether it is. Now see what we have done here. S4 is equal to alpha, beta, gamma, delta I have taken. Clearly L of S4 is subset of R3 of R. Let ABC belongs to R3 of R. Now you are going to say R3 of R is subset of L of S4. That means S4 is the spanning set you are going to say. ABC is equal to P into 1, 0, 0 plus Q into 1, 1, 0 plus R into 1, 1, 1 plus S into 1, 0, the given set linear combination. Now this is P plus Q plus R. Okay, first one. Second one, 0 Q plus R plus S, Q plus. Third one is R. Okay. Now you got ABC values. P plus Q plus R is equal to A, Q plus R plus S is equal to B, R is equal to C. Now here substitute the R value here. If you substitute here, Q value will be B minus C minus R. Similarly P value. You will get in terms of S the values. Okay. Now see, Q value is B minus C minus S, P value is A minus Q minus R, and A minus B plus S minus C, R value you have substituted again S minus C. So it is A minus B plus S. Okay. Now see here. Now if you take S is equal to 0, you can take like that. 0 is also a number. Okay. A minus B into 1 0 0 plus B minus C into 1 1 0 plus C into 1 1 1. See here. This is equal to PQR. Okay. Now see, P values, Q value, you got no here, P and Q R values you got. Now ABC is equal to PQ, you got the value. Now see here, this belongs to, this is the linear combination of the elements of S4. S4, they are the three elements in S4, is it? Therefore, it belongs to L of S4, is it? Now, where you have taken ABC, you have taken ABC here in R3 of R. Where you got it? You got it in, this is ABC, ABC. You got it in L of S4, is it or not? Therefore, L of S4 is equal to R3 of R. Therefore, S4 is the spanning set. Okay. Now, is it clear? Now, what still you have to prove? It is not a basis. That means it is not linearly independent, you have to prove. For that, see, the linear combination you have considered and equated to 0. Then you got three equations, A1 plus A2 plus A3 is equal to 0, A2 plus A3 plus A4 is equal to 0, and A3 is equal to 0 you got. These are the equations. Now, one way is writing this equation, these equations in matrix form. See, you got A1 plus A2 plus A3 is equal to 0, A2 plus A3 plus A4 is equal to 0, A3 is equal to 0. Now, you can write these equations in a matrix notation, that is 1 1 1 0, 0, here A1 is absent. So, 0 1 1 1. Okay, 3, 0 1 1 1 and 0 0 1 0. Okay. Now, this is also 0 you have to write. A2 plus A3 plus A4 is equal to 0. A2 plus A4 is 0. Okay. Now, see here. Now, here you got the equations A1 plus A2 plus A3 is equal to 0, A2 plus A3 plus A4 is equal to 0, and A3 is equal to 0. Now, we will write these equations in matrix notation form. The coefficient of A1 is 1, A2 is 1, A3 is 1, and A4 coefficient is 0. Similarly, in the second equation, the coefficient of A1 is 0, A2 coefficient is 1, A3 coefficient is 1, A4 coefficient is 1. In third equation, A1 coefficient 0, A2 coefficient 0, A3 coefficient 1, and this is 0. If you observe this equation, it is already in echelon form. The rank of this matrix is 3, which is less than the number of variables. How many variables are there? A1, A2, A3, A4. Therefore, the system has infinitely many solutions. That means it is linearly dependent set. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta is. Therefore, S4 don't form a basis. Now, is it clear? In the previous form, you have seen that given set of vectors is forming a basis. Here, you are showing that it is not a basis. Okay. Now, see the next problem. Show that the vectors 1 1 2, 1 2 5, 5 3 4 of R3 of R do not form a basis set of R3 of R. See here also. Now, the three vectors are from R3 of R. R3 of R means it is a vector space. whose dimension is 3 and it is defined over the field of real numbers. Okay. Now you have taken set S is equal to 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 5, 5, 3, 4. Okay. Now this is not a basis you have to set. That means it is not a basis means what you have to prove. Suppose it is a basis, you have to prove S is linearly independent and L of S is equal to V. This you have to prove actually, these two things. But here if you observe, this is a set which is having 3 elements and the vector space dimension is also 3. So the number of elements in the set is 3 and the vector space dimension is 3. Automatically it spans. You need not prove this second property. When you need not prove this second property, with the number of elements in the set is same as the dimension of the vector space, then you need not prove the second property. It is enough if you want to say that it is a basis, if you verify whether it is linearly independent or not. If it is linearly independent, it will be the basis. If it is not, it won't be. Okay. So what we are going to do here is whether the given set is linearly independent or not, we are going to verify. For that, what we have to take? We have to consider the linear combination of the set of elements. That is A1 into 1, 1, 2 plus A2 into 1, 2, 5 plus A3 into 5, 3, 4 is equal to 0. Okay. Now, if you add A1 plus A2 plus 5A3, A1 plus 2A2 plus 3A3, 2A1 plus 5A2 plus 4A3 is equal to 0. This you got after simplifying. Now equate each component to 0. So A1 plus A2 plus 5A3 is equal to 0. A1 plus 2A2 plus 3A3 is equal to 0. 2A1 plus 5A2 plus 4A3 is equal to 0. One way of solving these equations is, now if you subtract the first equation from the second equation, A2 minus 2A3 is equal to 0. A2 is the scalar multiple of A3, is it? So A2 is the scalar multiple of A3 means 1 is the scalar multiple of the other, means it is linearly dependent. Then itself you can say. Or otherwise you can write this set of equations in the matrix form, that is first coefficient as 1, A2 coefficient is 1, A3 coefficient as 5, similarly A1 coefficient 1, A2 coefficient 2, A3 coefficient 3, and similarly here A1 coefficient 2, A2 coefficient 5, A3 coefficient 4. You have written in matrix form. Now try to reduce it into echelon form. Echelon form, you know, in matrix theory, you know how to convert it into echelon form. Echelon form is nothing but in one way, the number of, you are making the number of elements into 0. This is said to be echelon form. The row which is having maximum number of elements should be bottom of the matrix, in the bottom of the matrix, and the less than that will be up above that matrix, like that. Okay. Now you will see clearly in matrix theory. Okay. Now here take first row, multiply with -1 and add to the second row. Take first row, multiply with -2 and add to the second row. That means you are making these two elements are 0. See here, first row into -1, that is -1 plus 1, 0, -1 plus 2, 1, -5 plus 3, -2. Second, first row into -2, -2 plus 2, 0, -2 plus 5, 3, -10 plus 4, -6. Okay. Now first row, there won't be any change in the first row. You got this one. Now see the second row, and without disturbing the existing zeros, you have to make other elements 0. Is it clear? For that we will take the first row and multiply it with 3 and add to the second row. So that is first row as it is. This is with -3 you are multiplying. 0 plus 0, -3 plus 3, 0, -2 into -3 plus 6, -6, 0. Now you got it. Okay. Now if you see that the number of non-zero elements are 2. The number of non-zero elements are 2. Therefore, rank of the matrix is 2. It is less than the number of variables How many variables are there? A1, A2, A3, 3 variables are there. So the system have infinitely many solutions. Therefore, S is linearly dependent. Since S is linearly dependent, S do not form a basis of R3 of R. Now is it clear? Now see the next problem. Now here also show that 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 0 form a basis of V3 of F and express 1, 2, 1 as a linear combination of basis elements. Okay. Now take S 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 0 as yes. Consider the linear combination of those three elements and equate to 0. Now you got like this 2a1 plus 2a2 plus 2a3. Here a1 plus a2 plus 2a3. Similarly this is 0, a2 plus a3 is equal to 0. Equate all of them to 0. Okay. Now if you equate and solve, a2 is equal to minus a3. If you substitute here minus a3, so a1 is equal to minus a3 plus a3, that will be equal to minus a2 value minus a3. So a1 is equal to minus a3 again. If you substitute the values here, you will get a3 is equal to 0. Since a3 is equal to 0, a2 is equal to 0 and a1 is equal to 0. Therefore, those three are zeros. Now you have to express, see here, what is this? You have to express the element. These three are zeros. This implies a2 is equal to minus a3, is it? And this is a1 plus a2 plus 2a3 is 0. Substitute. From here you will get a1 is equal to a3. Substitute here. You will get a1 is equal to 0. So a2 is equal to 0, a3 is equal to 0. The given set is linearly independent. Now you have to express 1 to 1 as a linear combination. Then instead of equating to 0, you have to equate it 1. And you have to equate this to 2 and you have to equate this to 3. And writing these three equations in the form of matrix, the first three is as in the previous one we will write. The last column is the other one, 1 to 1 you have equated now. So write like this and apply the row operations and try to resolve it like this. Now write again equations. X plus y plus 2z is equal to 2. Y plus z is equal to 1 and minus 2z is equal to minus 3. Okay. Now from this, if you see z is equal to 3 by 2, y is equal to minus 1 by 2, substitute the z value here, you will get y is equal to minus 1 by 2. Similarly, substituting y value and z value in x, you will get y minus half. Therefore, 1 to 1 is equal to minus half into 210 minus half into 211 plus 3 by 2 into 221. Okay. Therefore, 1 to 1 can be expressed as a linear combination of the basis elements. Now is it clear? Here in this video what we have seen some problems which are forming a basis and some problems which are not forming a basis. Thank you.